Right, so this is the third time I've attempted to record this video. The first time I did it, it was a little bit too early. We weren't sure whether it was real or not. So I was like, okay, well, we don't know if it's real. To be honest, like most of it was just speculating whether or not it was legit or not. Now it is pretty categorically clear that this is real. So I'm going to have to talk about a slightly different issue. But yeah, Trump launched a meme coin. He tweeted about it about 11 hours ago. He said this: "My new official Trump meme is here. It's time to celebrate everything we stand for, winning. Join my very special Trump community. Get your Trump now. Go to gettrumpmemes.com. Have fun." Now, initially, I'm not going to lie, I thought this was just a scam. Like the website just looks like the same as any other Solana meme coin site. It's like one of those like single page, slightly cartoony looking websites, you know. You see this all the time. If you've ever like aped into random meme coins, you know, you've gone on Deck Screen or anything, you see websites like this all the time. And this looks no different. So it's just astonishing to me that the future leader of the free world in about a day or two's time launched a meme coin. Now, the success of this thing has been nothing but astounding. Okay, its market cap as I'm making this is $5.8 billion, which makes it, I think, the 30th, no, sorry, it's just updated, the 28th biggest crypto token. Number 28. And bearing in mind, there are thousands of these things. A lot of tokens have been out for years. You know, they have utility. People use it in various industries. I mean, a lot of them are meme coins, granted, but 28th biggest, that is massive. I genuinely wouldn't be surprised if this eventually gets into the top 10, and then we're going to have to do a whole other discussion about the fact that Trump is possibly the most influential person in the entire crypto world. So the reason I'm saying that the official Trump coin, I mean, apart from the fact it's called official, so therefore it must obviously be official, of course, is because on Polymarket, which is usually a very good way of determining whether or not something is legit, there was a bet on was Trump hacked. And when it first came out, so like sort of 3 a.m., it was running at a 50-50 chance, 54% chance that yes, he was hacked, 45% chance no, he wasn't hacked. This is now down to 2%. There is a 2% chance, according to thousands of people who put this bet on, that he was hacked. And Eric Trump has also mentioned it. You know, this is clearly legit. Elon Musk hasn't come out and said, yeah, Trump was hacked. Trump hasn't followed up in any way. There is no further elaboration on this, which is what I find absolutely hilarious. He just drops this banger. He's just like, right, guys, go and buy my meme coin. No further elaboration. Hasn't tweeted anything since. Very interesting. Also, he didn't mention it, even though he was at some, I'm not really in crypto circles, but he was in some kind of like, he was at some kind of crypto bull, which I think a lot of people expected him to possibly mention something crypto related whilst he was there. No mention of his meme coin there. No, just drops it on Twitter. Obviously, a lot of insiders knew about this. They had prior knowledge, immediately hopped on, and a lot of people turned into millionaires. There were a few, you know, like normal people who got very lucky, but I think a lot of the big holders of this coin are clearly people that are very close to Trump, and they're in the Trump camp, you know. The main thing I wanted to talk about, though, because it does seem like a legit token, is the tokenomics of it. So at the moment, as I say, the market cap is $5.7 billion, which is a lot. However, something to really bear in mind is the fact that the largest holder, which is supposedly like a locked supply wallet, owns 80% of the supply. The value of that single wallet is currently $23.2 billion. Now, over time, according to the website, the official Trump website, they're going to slowly release these tokens out into the public. So they've admitted on the website that they're basically going to dump their tokens onto the public over time. I guess they're going to try and do it slowly enough that it doesn't completely kill off the project, but this is something to really, really bear in mind if you're even thinking about possibly buying some of this. Only a fifth of the circulating supply, only a fifth of the actual supply is circulating. You know, it's actually available, it's held in wallets, it's on Radium, it's on other like DEX swap apps. The other 80% is all still locked up. So they would have the ability to completely run this entire market dry. They could pull out all of the soul from this if they ever wanted to. And that is extremely risky. I know he's the president, so people see it as like, oh, well, the president wouldn't ever like be involved in a rug or anything. Who knows, man? Who knows? I really wouldn't be betting my life savings on this. Yes, I do hold a small amount, but man, the amount of money that people are spending on this is just unbelievable. I mean, if we just flick through the transactions, there's buys and sells of $5, $10, $20, $100,000 at a time, and that's not exceptional. There are countless people spending thousands of dollars. I've just seen one here, $36,000 worth of Trump someone's just bought. The amount of volume and the amount of money going through this token is insane. And it's genuinely got to the point where it's affecting the entire crypto market, this one coin that's been dropped. So if you look, apart from Bitcoin, almost everything is in the red. And I think, well, I know a lot of this is people selling things into Solana, which is also up 11% in the last day. And then they're converting their Solana straight into official Trump. It is running the entire crypto market dry, and billions of dollars is flowing out of other crypto tokens straight into official Trump. It's the 28th biggest crypto token, and it's not even been out for a day. I've never seen anything like this. Now, I think that the coin possibly will pump far more than it already has. Partly because I think a lot of people really missed out on it. There was a ton of people who saw the tweet fairly soon after he actually posted it, who just assumed, oh man, he's been hacked, poor guy, unlucky, and then just didn't really think much of it. And then a few hours later, when the coin is still up and it hasn't been rugged and the tweet's not been deleted and there's been no mention that this was a hack, they were going, oh, okay, maybe I'll possibly consider it. But now it's already pumped a lot, so maybe I'll hold fire because I can't imagine it going up. And it's basically gone up in a straight line pretty much since the start. I think the FOMO is going to be astounding on this. I'm not endorsing it. I'm not saying any of you should buy this. I wouldn't be surprised if this gets into the top 10. Whether or not that is a good thing, I'm not really in a position to say, but I think it's quite concerning that so much liquidity and so much money from so many different, normal American citizens is now in the hands of Trump and the people who are behind this token. If they wanted to pull all of this money out, they could. This is a very, very risky token. It's very unusual, even in meme coin circles, for 80% of the supply to be locked. And yeah, maybe it's different because it's like, oh, well, it's Trump. It's, you can give him an excuse for that. But that is extremely odd. And you see a lot of people on X talking about this who are in crypto circles and know far more than me, who are saying 80%, that is interesting to say the least. And the thing is, if you look on the website as well at how they're going to release, they're not exactly going to release all of these tokens into the public either. It's not like, oh, we're going to like slowly increase the supply and do like a standard inflation kind of thing. If you look on the website, over the next 3 years, they're going to eventually basically dump the entire lot. So 36% is allocated to creators and CIC Digital 1, 18% for number 2, 18% for number 3, 10% or 100 million Trump is liquidity, 10% is public distribution, and then another 8% is creators and CIC Digital 4, 5, and 6. So out of the remaining 80%, which is still locked, only 20% is for liquidity and public distribution. The rest of it going to creators and CIC Digital, that just means that they're just going to basically pay themselves and then do what they want with it. They can just dump it on the market. So yes, it's pumping a lot at the moment, but I think as soon as any of that stuff in that 80% wallet starts getting freed up, they are going to really, really possibly cause some problems. I don't know, it feels weird, the idea that possibly the most powerful man in the entire world has launched a meme coin. There has to be some kind of It feels illegal. Do you see what I mean? I don't know if it is. I'm not exactly clued up in legal terms. I don't know why it would be any different to any normal person launching a meme coin, but it feels like there must be something. I mean, it's frowned upon, but it almost feels like it's illegal. I'm not saying it is, but do you get where I'm coming from? It's very odd. I think the thing that I find especially funny is the fact that he started with NFTs. He kind of dabbled in that, and they did all right. But I think there's quite a limited market for NFTs because a lot of people don't really see the point in NFTs because it's just you're just paying money for a JPEG. It's very pointless. I don't think they did that well. I think he sold a load of them. He made from what I understand, he made tens of millions of dollars in profit off it. But the NFTs actually ended up becoming largely worthless because people just the markets don't favor NFTs. NFTs just aren't particularly interesting to a majority of people, and most people just think NFTs are a scam. Whereas a meme coin, out and out, it's not claiming to be anything or do anything. It's just a random token that might pump if enough people buy it. And I think the fact that he's just gone from perhaps there's plausible deniability with an NFT or some kind of token which has some kind of function, but this doesn't do anything. It's just a straight up meme coin. He's put it on Solana, and you buy it in the same way that you buy anything else. The sorts of people who vote for Trump, yes, you're going to have a lot of pro crypto people because he was the pro crypto candidate, but a majority of Americans aren't super clued up with crypto. And yeah, maybe they might have Coinbase, they might hold a bit of Bitcoin, but to know how to put Solana in a Soulflare wallet and then go on Dex Screener and find the address and swap it and everything, there's still a bit of it's a bit of a hurdle to get over with buying a token. But luckily he's made it so you can just buy Trump tokens with Apple Pay, Visa, MasterCard, Venmo, USDC, or Solana. So a ton of people are just going to be buying Trump token, not even with barely any understanding of crypto. They might not even have to touch Solana or any of these apps or anything. They'll just literally just buy it with Apple Pay. And I think clearly he understands his target market. He knows that a lot of non-crypto people who don't understand crypto are going to buy this without necessarily realizing how unusual it is to have a token where only 20% of the supply is publicly available, 80% of it is locked up and owned by the creators of the coin. If you're the kind of guy who buys crypto off the Trump website using Apple Pay, you're probably not actually going to realize that this is really unusual. And yeah, it'll be super interesting to see what happens with this in the long run. I don't think I've heard a few people talking about this is just going to be an immediate rug pull and so many people are going to be mad. I don't think it's going to be straight up just a huge red candle down, that kind of rug. I think it'll be more so just a matter of extracting as much money as possible from Trump supporters over a long enough period of time that they don't necessarily notice. But yeah, I think it's very interesting that this is clearly pitched towards a non-crypto audience who might not have this understanding. I presume Trump has just profited at least $1 billion. I mean, that, as I say, that 80%, that's not just for him. That's not just allocated to him, but I think he's made more from this, I would presume, than Truth Social, which arguably has a function, or any other project. It's just amazing. We live in a very unusual world where pumping a meme coin because you're famous and the future president of the United States and past president is a more profitable venture than, hotels, real estate, golf, anything like that. I think he's going to end up making more money from a fucking meme coin than he has from his entire career as an actual businessman, which is it's just astounding. I mean, money isn't real at this point. It's just bizarre.